Puede ser.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
Say you're not Pierre. That seems like a better idea. You don't know why.
Do you have any news about Pierre? He's my sister's grandson. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country. To hell with the police.
Her voice is drowned in what you get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. Calling. Still again. Someone.
Hello.
Hello, Girard. No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Alex Brady.
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you...
Phone disconnect tone.
Quanta faccia.
The smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. It is death. It must be. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose. A man lies on the boardwalk. His limbs bent. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is...
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. Or maybe it was when damp. These boards are really slippery. Even a sober man could lose their balance here. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. Height, 170 to 175. He was confused when he died. Confused and
La cantidad de weas que me tira esta pura
He
interacción.
was just about to head home. That's what the chewing gum seems to point to as well. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step here. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. This is what killed him. This is where he came out of himself.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bed.
The entire board. Now,
Looks like tomorrow never came.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realized.
Nice to meet you.
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. so they didn't have windows on the south wall. No, I can't say that we've met before. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used...
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see.
This man is your half-brother. Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run...
Aha! But it's not. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And
it looks old.
That's not surprising. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Felt had an... It was here in... which is a feat...
He assumes something like a combat stance.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. All of this was built by Felt, even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Felt built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that...
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. But of course, what else? No, thanks to you.
Pick your brain. Revacholian nationhood. The Revacholian state will be a serene place. You should get a drink. A beautiful, serene place of mystery and peace. It will not be a place for women to infect with their frailty and hysterics, or where the Seminese will be allowed to wear their pants around their ankles. All of that will go once you get a drink. The socialist professors at the École Supérieure will be fired. The editors of Trompe le Monde will have to beg in the streets. You'll pour beer into their begging hats and laugh. You should get a beer.
¿Por qué no se iba este culo a su casa?
What can I do for you, officer? I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer. Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research. Attention. That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do...
Did you hear that? Pheromones.
Oh, I doubt there is any connection there. Anyway, these pheromones will attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Should last you about a week. Your choice.
But you feel you should have it on you. Don't mess around. Take the pheromone. It will make you sexier.
Feromonas, pues weón. Mira, peor no puedo estar así.
This is the smell of dying reeds.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research. There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reed. You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular? Even relative to examining a weak old corpse, I'm not sure mucking about in the reeds qualifies as...
If you think it's important, you have been right before.
Bring it to me at once.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, but what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
No, che faccia.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. Surely.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Un gorrito? Ah.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall. Reach a row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall, 10 meters away. Other shades are lined up in an orderly. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks. A long time has passed. The abundance of bullet holes lead a cold... Winter, slow to let go of Revachol, flecks some more wet snow from above. The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring. The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this weather. At least your hair is protected from getting wet and sticking together. You look around. Coalition aerostatics hang like apparition under the cloud cover. Occasionally, lights flash as they maneuver through the falling snow. Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle. Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it, but who knows? The abandoned church, one of two remaining stave church, a serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Then there's Ozon, the Bay of Revachol, vastness, and at the farthest reaches, the canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield. At the roundabout, a fenced-off yard, there's a truck belonging to a logistics company. Clean white light. More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. The waters turn black. No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor below the old mines. L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. La Petite Rat braved the underground passageways. Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums and for fabled relics. Few Petite Rat return from the shafts. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces. The raised motorway, 881, was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. The pox is completely wild now. Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital. A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. Around you, the snow continues to fall. The stairs descend to central Jamrock. Snow falls on the utility district. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. A chill comes over you.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well...
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me. A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, Some masculinity below that timidness.
Why? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too.
What happened to the old headphones?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keep. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too.
The girl is cold all of a sudden.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. She is on some kind of stimulant.
Take this, you're cold.
No man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that.
It's okay.
Thanks. That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something.
And who are these boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter.
It's probably amphetamine. She looks back at her tape recorder.
Go ahead. This, actually just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. A contact mic records sounds from inside things.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No idea.
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum. Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck, or really be a Palaceum going kind of person. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sure. The mic? I don't... Okay.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you should. Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to. What is it? Oh, really? So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress? Okay. Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
Perhaps.
Okay. Why'd you think that? There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you? How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. You're welcome.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
It's supposed to become like a club for Nordic dance music, except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking like bones. There will never be a club for Nordic music here. Not in a million years.
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right? Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? No, not really.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Yeah, you know, that's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door. To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez.
Should you? Weirdos. Sounds bad somehow.
Go ahead. Okay.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez. The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment. Tisk tisk, just because you live in the present doesn't mean you may never live to see the kingdom of conscience. Your children may not. What rationality? What sang-froid? What benevolence? What a fucking joke. The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual. Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow? That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy... The pain of Etonite has been barely holding it up. The pain falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks.
I'm sure you will feel right at home.
A tu madre. Aquí, po.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair
Que
holds
ese
up a
hueso.
Harman Welsh tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Here comes the night!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths? You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with...
Hello, I'm Andre.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair. Aggressively so. Imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy. His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
An egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Oh, so you've met her? Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like nah.
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts.
Dopeheads? Burnouts?
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Strike that! And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
They're spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, they're spooking.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're... All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
I did ask Noy to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course.
All right.
You sense the trajectory of the ka-ching. The key hits your palm. The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Okay, I'm sorry too.
Me too. I should...
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. As always...
Creo que tenemos un caso acá importante, weón. ¿Cómo te explico esa wea? ¿Cómo te explico esa wea, mi hermano? ¿Cómo está?
The shaggy head.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya?
¿Dónde se entra este weón? En la iglesia y esto es el puerto. You are here. Debería estar acá. Ah, esta es.
Heavy wooden doors. The lock turns easy. Feels like electricity.
Let's go.
A great wood in the heart.
A la mierda. Wait. Mira qué lindo. A ver. Mira qué bueno. A ver. La zapatilla. Exception por empatía. Igual, dale igual. Ese corte culeado. Ese corte culeado.
machine stands in the corner.
A radio computer. And it's turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. A radio computer. No, I don't know how to operate it.
This is the Ream Prefect radio computer. A model number RC70.
Qué lindo tener las percas.
Equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise. You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. The lieutenant says nothing. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. The static gets louder.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
This is a human interface. A retired person sitting behind a switchboard somewhere.
The company on whose name the terminal you're currently using at one moment. Fortress Accident SCS produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games.
That's not bad.
Any other questions? The filament you have inserted into the core. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Good. Please
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still elusive. Nothing happens. The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. And then it's gone. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow. You can hardly hear your own breathing. You produce a few muffled thumps. Your voice is barely audible. It's unnerving. The lieutenant points to...
Can you hear anything? I wonder why
His detached tone, maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity. The lieutenant doesn't. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible. It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows. It's not a shadow anymore.
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no. Prepare for an attack. Yes, it's climbing. You see something hanging from the rafters. Maybe it's possible to talk to it. Is that a man? A man made of the same stuff. The man leaned forward.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamro.
Here you can receive the mother's love.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it. Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc.
You know, actually, since we're here,
If the lieutenant agrees, look at these crazies.
Fuck you, Crabman! You don't tell us what to do! Tell him!
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. This is the church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Whatever it is not an act, my liege. Save him perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Other spooker?
The Aita is Grandma?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. That's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. I'm afraid not, S.A. You just have to wait until she comes back.
Or search through her radio computer.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me. Nah, man. They look pretty funny.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Too many times, S.A.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
That is true.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it. Sure did, Holmes. I am.
What does he mean, in part?
Haven't you ever met a Mex before? Cabrón. Surprising number of us around Rabbit Shop. You know, I'm not so sure myself anymore. Don't really matter though. Glad you're feeling more comfortable. First timers?
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into...
I think we're done here, S.A.
That was an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Toma una oportunidad que se te presenta, mijita. Me agrada.
The machine's keyboard is still nothing happens. The speak.
Good afternoon. Votre accident en scène brune. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The printer prints out a long text document. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics?
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids. Nothing spooky about this place either.
Then why doth the lieutenant protest against spending time here so often? 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
For setting up a radio computer. 8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking. Artists, yet again. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Her friends? Colleagues? Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't... Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see
the strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. That disco man must be a cell.
The girl on the ice?
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping Ping energy drink. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
There are no coalition military data links. And even if there was, you couldn't access them over a civilian network. That's nonsense. You're just a police officer. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her. After she...
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You. No, she doesn't care about you. She only cares about her shiny sovereign's orb and her silk robes as that soft word passes through your mind. The lieutenant draws. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Unknown. A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break. The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail. Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death,
Death, life again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however. It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing. Justice, union, prudence, and force. You are brutal and done.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax paint, despite the damage you've done to yourself. The title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever as it haunts all men. The highest category of historic individual, More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate innocent rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office. No, we are alone. Many things, you know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé, also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty. Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed? Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous. It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era. Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi, she is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel, as did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even faraway supra-Muindi, altogether 21 of the 40 mundial nations of the time, immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning. In a city called Advesperaskit in Vespa Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt. Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Therriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by Secret Servicemen. One of the men in this Secret Service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory. Terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her. You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity. Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefreiter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask? That she is. A great sacral piece. I wonder what we are doing here, however. In this church, I mean. The coast in general. We shouldn't linger. This isn't a good place to get lost in. Yes, I wasn't sure before, but this must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez. It's called the Small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them, the 7 sisters. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? A pang of guilt? The lieutenant is leaving something out.
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. Well, your station was involved.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them. I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters. I agree. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now. Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance. Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous.
The woman looks by in silence.
It's not spiritual.
What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Nope. Yes. No, you're right. I'm not. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Could you just shh for a moment?
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do, and you're not helping.
Great.
Es mío.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't...
It's military. Probably something that is no longer there.
It may have been used to service an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere. Or you rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with...
We don't get in there. Frankly, you're just going to have to accept...
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. Relax. No one's hiding in there.
At least you can think about opening it.
Sí. ¿Dónde está mi ganso, Ana? A mí me dijeron que yo podía robar ganso.
A familiar apparatus lies. The reeds sway. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. This trap is also full of panicked locusts.
Another empty trap. Always up for a good job. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
La la. ¿Qué nivel? Ahora sí. Entonces, tengo una marca donde pueda. No, quiero las. Eso leches. Cerca del canal. Eso es. Yeah. Sé que me podía teletransportar, ¿o no? Hace mucho. Había como un fast travel así. ¿No? ¿Dónde estoy yo, bueno? Exactamente. ¿Qué no lo hago? Sáquenme de aquí, señores. Por favor. Vida. Está cerrado. Ese. No. Ahora habrá terminado mi socio. Aparentemente no, pues bueno.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers. You have the headless Falcon Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back. So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious.
¿What was it?
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body. her face oval and sad. Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? I don't know. What are we thinking of? Only a strange little sadness remains. The mother of humanism towers above you.
Yes, what is it? You really like those questions, don't you?
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. I know. No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and... Great. Thanks.
¿Qué piensa usted, mi compa?
Yes?
No me dice nada. Necesito retroalimentación ahí. Tú deberás pagar. ¿Qué es lo que está haciendo? Entonces, le decimos a los pobres niños. Contigo voy a hablar. Primero.
Hello again. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do.
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
High above and to the east, the cold winds blow over the feathers of an early songbird. She lands on the...
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different.
Lo que no le pedí a la tipa son credenciales, mi hermano,
again.
pero creo que sí tiene estudio la
things going?
señora.
And? What happened? Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter. Is he gonna be a prop? Yeah. Noid is right. Let's get back to the point.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I guess it's not a massive problem.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you... Come on, man. You've got to talk to her for us. Report back to me when you've done so, all right? We're counting on you. Goodbye, officer.
Le voy a preguntar para ver qué mierda me dice, me ganó la curiosidad.
Yes, what is it?
How do you figure out that?
What? I hate it.
Me imaginaba.
She hasn't even heard it.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got some news for you. Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Sí, no hay problema.
The Swallow, you mean? What about it? Great.
A ver. No, no me imaginé, pues, weón, pero... Quería escucharlo de sus propias palabras. A ver, muchachos, les explico.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no? Totally.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. Love is hardcore.
Unity! Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good.
Oh yeah, he's coming around. You're getting it. Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you...
Two men and a woman stand on the beach, under a row of houses long abandoned to war damage. The words, "Felled Electrical," have peeled off the turn-of-the-century waterfront development. The woman says to him, "Good to see you here, Special Consultant. We're worried about the Lieutenant Yefreto." "Why are you worried about the Lieutenant Yefreto?" asks the boy. Then a wave comes crashing in.
El problema es que no son malas personas. Que no es acerca de la absurdez, me explico. Podemos darle un espacio pequeño, controlado, ¿cachai? Pero el problema es que no tenemos recursos, ¿me explico? Entonces, si mete un montón de gente, pues como la saca.
That's pretty downbeat. I think I speak for all of us when I say we expected the law to be more open to the idea of love, unity, and the Pericarnassian posse. Yeah, I guess it is. So, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head. You can't be scared of moving a little bit, are you? Get the grind on.
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies. You know, a host.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you, then. An MC for short.
Well, he's just kinda here. I don't... Yeah, sometimes. When I, stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first, though.
The man smiles. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Yes. What? Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. Oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
The what now?
Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his...
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Yes, that's all.
No, Safed is the shit.
No.
Yes.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved. A number of things don't add up. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head, their would-be leader, is less amused.
But you still are.
What happened? That's a real downer.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
Hey man, who knows what she's on about? I get it. She doesn't want us in the church. She's got something against us.
Who doesn't like to dance? She doesn't like to dance.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
Good point. O sea, nosotros sí tenemos, pero bueno.
And of all cellular, he said it was for his nose.
Likely pseudo...
No shit. That's... Come on, that's... It's not. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
What do you mean by lenient? Okay, man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal. Because we do! We just need to turn it into a speed lab before. To get our foot in the door. Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up. No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance. There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
This will be nothing. You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape-shot row of falling houses. And so is Rue de Saint-Jérôme and all the houses on Main Road. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa La Bosse.
What? Okay, we'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels and nothing but. I swear.
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Goodbye, officer.
Hello again. I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them. May I ask? What did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Yes, what is it?
Bueno. Y tenemos muchas cosas. Falta una que tenemos. Del Andre. No me acuerdo dónde está la trampa. Tengo mi duda.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said. The reeds, but it's good the cryptozoologists left. The later it gets, nothing but locusts in this trap as well.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done. No, I'm fine.
Estamos limpiando el área, así que estamos bien. ¿Con quién perra me dijo que hable? Discúlpeme, señor. ¿Me podrá explicar? ¿Tenés papa frita? No. ¿Tiene que hablar?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Yes? What's the deal? And? What did she... What a pity. A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
And you can't just evict her?
Look at you, Honor Man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything. I don't want to make it good.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offside copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. That's her name, I believe. There's this giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. It's there. Don't worry, you can't miss the bear. It's hideous. Thanks. And here's my Kvalsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is Prybar version 2.0 for professional.
Uy, qué rico, me largo. Una quest. Muy buena quest. Uy, uy, uy. Ok. Ahora nos falta... ¿Qué nos falta de acá? Seguro que ya pasamos todas partes. Veo yo. Oh. ¿Qué fue?
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
No sé si sea buena idea hacer eso. Voy a guardar. Porque me dice así.
Aye, the sea's gonna... Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? This calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all? Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gottwaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? Or take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
Absolutely. Things like what, for example? Oh? Well, how can I assist you?
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
In someone's abandoned shack.
He's afraid you've forgotten suddenly.
Nothing. It's just a piece of furniture.
Red paint is peeling off it. Look. It takes you a moment. The reeds bend for the constant, distant song. The trap feels light and silent. No locus. No phasmid either. But still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though.
The netting is a little untidy. Messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not. Right. Anyway.
You've checked all the traps now. There's... Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur, for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned a black block, a part of the city left unrenovated after the war, or one that has fallen to gang violence, or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house. Yes, for you to scavenge like a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and errant magnesium blisters.
It's not meant as nagging.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with for...
Acá. Hola.
The worn and beaten wooden
We can sit...
You can revisit...
Tengo un lugar para estar desarmado de al tiro.
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
That's harsh. I'm like 3 or maybe 4 years into mine. Wait, no. Make it 5. Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
We are saving the world.
Please! Please don't call. Don't call!
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. So now, it's a pirate's life for me. It's you. We've met before.
No, you sure don't.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Tequila? Tequila Sunset? Something ominous there.
You think you feel bad now?
No. You need the wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday, and by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth. Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It is. Oh yeah. That's totally your style. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
3 men are standing on a wooden platform extending out from the shore of a dilapidated fishing village. Their cheeks red, spirits high, beers in hand, eyes glazed over.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach, you revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things." Yeah, looms. Why not? Then you jammed the pedal and plowed right off the jetty and through the ice.
The muscles in your right leg tense up. Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on. No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Ours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct.
If you only knew.
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one. Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop, and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you. You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid." It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Is what you almost say, but the words choke in your throat. Do you really want to miss out on all this good stuff? Perhaps it's significant. Exactly. So you know what to say.
It depends, really.
The gleam in his eyes and the you might get scammed here.
Booze. Did you already forget our party? So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? Not much, but it will do.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Don't call Abigail!
Shut up, guys. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder/junior partner at a high-concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane. It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
He's right. It's incredibly annoying. His eyes are clouded. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see. At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass. Reality was looking rather grim just then, me lying on so I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key. I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it...
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me. I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen. Yeah, maybe I've exaggerated certain parts over the... But what matters is that it's true to my subjective experience.
Truly, he has the soul of an artist.
Good fucking question, Tequila. I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. Now I can't hang on to anything.
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help with?
What? You've never seen 100% leak?
You really shouldn't touch it.
Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind.
Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together. You feel about 15% less human for having touched it. Randomized trials have also found Lycra, TM, to be associated with a number of exotic, highly malignant cancers. And then there's the smell.
Wow, you're lucky.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. We're right next to the bay. You could wash. Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help. If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd... Somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it. I'm all ears, Tequila. You too.
The noxious odor emanates.
Don't you call her? Yeah!
The dozing man.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got pills now in the civilized...
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence. Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance. A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man, his boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with number 312D. Craters pocked the surface. There's one bump on the road. Tragedy comes from the wind.
Finalmente.
You see rows of toys.
Hello, hello.
It's the 700 real modified. The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber.
Is the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. And here you are.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
¿Qué nos faltaba de acá? Teníamos que ir a hacer un montón de cosas.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning. Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it. Yup, they're all here. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Gart, you have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox.
Vamos a entrar al tema entonces.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you. Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull, with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has. But I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial. But inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Good. Okay. And? Completely empty?
Surprise, tempered with fear and trepidation. He doesn't know what to think yet. Maybe you're joking.
No locusts?
That's not ideal.
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning.
Of course, no.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts.
Yes. The Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps.
Another trip to the reeds.
Of course we have.
Wait, Morel.
You're right, dear. It's a fair point. Pardon me. This is a big deal for us.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened? Some kind of foul play might be afoot.
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization. Damn it, Lieutenant. Have you no intellectual curiosity? Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap. You should ask the red-headed boy, who...
A little hooligan.
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
Delinquents, my favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
This is a slippery one. He may respect the law, but mostly wants to pass under the radar. He hasn't been particularly forthcoming before.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle.
No need to apologize, Geary.
He keeps the language unemotional. The first man to break formation is always a blow to leadership. This is bigger than he lets on.
Very generous of you to help us out, officer. I mean, officers. Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly. Oh, yes. Of course he is.
Sounds like some conspiracy topic. You might be able to discuss it with him when the return without the lieutenant. For this, your balance organ thinks it's a waste of time. Your gut feeling tells you it'd be interesting.
No. I helped Morel with research.
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids.
Oh, yes. The burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai. A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. Well, at least the males do. They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid.
But how is this combustible fluid lit?
The rhino starts running very fast to build heat, then stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze.
We don't really do that around.
Perhaps we should have more such. The flames are not just for decoration. During the burn, local peasants come.
The lieutenant sighs. It's clear the burning rhino is dear to him on many.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the...
You know, there might. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Uy, uy, uy. Precioso. Oye, con mucho cuidado voy a hacer lo siguiente.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He might be wearing a disguise.
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response.
Anda tocando caralho. Buenas tardes.
Hello again, sir.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how...
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
The woman before you scans the store.
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge.
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar. You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Apologies, but this is my last one.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
Absolution? I don't know that brand, but I'm not sure that's a good idea. As you wish. Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish.
By God, this young man has the body of a decathlete. His lithe form was practically made for vaulting over the high bar.
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinet's standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He's an actor, declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
Hey, Sunday makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching.
Occasionally. Why? No. I just like to look good.
He gives you a honeyed smile before shaking off the cigarette ash.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Ask him again.
And I really need to finish this cigarette.
But he hasn't left yet.
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he could be a witness, he did leave us a sign. If we find a way inside the building...
A stone, like there's a key beneath it.
This must be for the front door. We'll just have to go in and see.
Ay, Dios mío. Ese cortecito, señores. Hasta luego.
This door has been closed with a padlock. It's a solid lump of metal. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
This woman's health is failing her. There's not much to do.
Go ahead, then. What do you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residents.
Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying.
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Buenas tardes.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are. Yeah, I can see that.
That smell coming from her paint bucket, red-dyed heavy fuel oil, is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
Motyli, bagato. Keren.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to minus 20 degrees Celsius. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty. Is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression. Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down. What happened here? It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, not indeed.
Me dijo que era como, era por aquí la salida, ¿cierto? Aquí era el balcón. ¿Dónde está el balcón? ¿Dónde la va?
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the wind blows through your hair. The sea breeze cuts around you, high on the balcony, as you stare over there.
Hello again, officer. Hello again, officers. Ooh. Not only have you found my...
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. But somehow, it never happens. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, that one. Me dijo, espérate.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of even today, half a century after. The star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, to symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it. The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time, because white is the color of peace. You see noble aims, but also mountains upon mountains of corpses. They should have taken a more measured approach. The price of idealism, unrestrained by humanism.
Esta es la puerta trasera. ¿Cómo llego al segundo piso? Me dijo, vale. Acá está el balcón. Esta es mi pinche ganzúa, weón.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Number 28.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? The smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here, right?
Suddenly, he's a little worried about your memory. Don't worry. It's mostly all still here. You can remember things. You got
tomorrow, 9 p.m. right
down. Turns remember. Tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
¿Qué nos queda, weón? Esto lo tengo que reportar. Ver. Tilín, ¿qué pasa? ¿Estaba yo? Ah, el reporte de la policía. La policía. Está por acá.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I...
Assign it to someone else, Alice.
Great. I'll give it to your colleagues. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? Not yet. But I was able to convince the database people to share private sector information. They promised to get back to me by tomorrow morning. 57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Que yo tuve suficiente por un día, está bastante interesante lo último que vamos acá. Lo único que acabamos, lo último que acabamos de conocer. Ahí va. Ahora está bien. Wow. Adentro. Suficiente.